Hey, what's up, guys? We're actually here to bring you guys another video today. We're going to be doing Tempered Nergigante for the tutorial today, and we're going to be using Thunder Bow. Now, Tempered Nerg is not one of the harder monsters to fight. He's actually quite easy once you understand the mechanics of the fight. Um, he's more of weak to everything on every location because of his spikes. It kind of makes him like a really weak monster to fight up against. But it also makes him quite tough because people normally don't predict what he normally does, since he does hit quite hard. He hits pretty hard, especially with his sucker punches. Now, the build we're going to be using, we're actually going to be using this Thunderbow. This is actually one of my favorite Thunderbows to use. This build right here is actually my favorite build to use. It's actually quite hard to make. I was gonna say it isn't, but it is actually quite hard to make because you're actually required to have a bunch of these armor pieces and a bunch of jewels and a bunch of decorations. So that's one of the builds that I like to use. It's actually quite hard to make, but I do have like a ton of hours in this game, so there's a reason why I have so many jewels and so many good jewels. The good jewels is more because of luck, but I do have quite a lot of jewels, and it did require me to play a lot of hours in this game and grinding pretty hard. But the other build bow that you can actually use is actually my second favorite. It's actually Tobagachi's bow. I actually like the design on Tobagachi's bow. It's actually quite nice, the little fur on the bow, so it's actually quite nice and it looks nice too. Now the decorations isn't quite as hard. It's actually quite easy to make. You're just required to have 3 bolt jewels. If you finally beat high rank and you entered into high rank, or if you entered into the, or you beat the final game, and then you can actually make some of these decorations. If you're using bow, I suggest you get some of these elemental decorations. They're actually quite useful and they're actually really good for elemental bows, unless you're lucky enough and they drop for you already. But for the most part, they're actually really good. Another decoration, these 3 decorations down here are actually not easy to get, but they're not super hard. Now if you don't have 4 shot, but you for sure have the spread jewel, right, just swap out the boots. These greaves over here give you spread shot, and the black Diablo's boots gives you normal shot. So as like I said, if you have spread as a decoration but not 4 shot, just swap out the boots. It's a lot easier. You also get the same size decoration for Mighty Bow to fit in if you have that as well. So these 2 are probably the most I can recommend for Thunder, because they're actually really good and they're super fun to use. Now if you're more of a non-elemental kind of guy, or hunter, let's just put it in general, then go ahead and just use this build right here. Now you don't need 3 attack jewels for this build. You pretty much only need for up to 4, and then just fill it in with expert jewels. You'll still be doing the same amount of damage. Well, not the same amount of damage, you'll still be doing enough damage to get it in under 5 minutes, especially if all you do is the wall runs. You'll for sure get it in under 5 minutes if you just do the wall runs with this bow. Now let's go right back and pick up our Thunderbow. Now the Thunderbow is actually my favorite ones to use. I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of elemental weapons in general. I've been trying to get into the elemental charge blades, but they're so underwhelming. They don't feel strong at all, which kind of sucks, and it's a shame because there's so many good looking charge blades in the game. But this is the build that we're going to be using. You can copy it if you can make it, but if you can't, then the other bows that I suggested are perfectly fine for the fight. So let's go right ahead and go straight into the fight. Now if you guys find this useful, leave a like and subscribe. So let's actually get started on these things. Let's go ahead and actually make sure we got enough materials before we start the fight as well. Now I'm also gonna leave in the description if you guys want to learn how to do the wall runs. I'm actually gonna leave that in the description as well of this video, and I'm also gonna put the run for my Nerg that I got in under 2 minutes. So let's actually go right ahead and start this up. Oh yeah, I went to the wrong one. Here we go. Alright, so wish us luck. We're gonna go ahead and start this. Now all you want to do is just drink up your dash juice and your mega demon drug. You should be able to get some of these pretty fast. There's no, I don't think you'll be able to go over 5 minutes if you do exactly what I do on these runs. So let's go right ahead. Now I'm gonna shoot a flash bot in here, and I do that on purpose so that Nerg comes this way and we actually can get him to run up against that wall so that we can use this pole right here. So let's go right ahead. I like to open up the fight with the wall run since it does the most damage. It does the most damage from the rest of the things that we can do. So we're gonna go right ahead, dodge that punch. All right. Now by hitting his horns, you're pretty much getting max damage from Nerg. Now we got to be careful with the tail. He's actually being quite annoying with the tail. So there we go. His horns are gone quite easily. Let's get these ammos back. He should be getting his spikes back. Whenever he gets his spikes back, you want to concentrate on the spikes. There we go, fist in the ground. Awesome. There we go, dodging. Let's go ahead and kill him. 163 per damage. Now, just use the walls however often you can. He should be dying soon. Oh, we missed that dodge. Alright. Let's go right ahead. Alright, let's actually try and get him. There we go, 90 on that one. Alright, he's going to be getting up. Alright, so he's actually dodging quite a bit. There we go. Give me that arm. 90 per shot. So always take advantage of whenever he has spikes. The spikes is going to be where you do the most damage against him. The horns, you can always beat on the horns until his spikes starts growing. Once his spikes grow, then that's what you want to go for. Every time you break the spikes, you'll pretty much fall back on the floor. So that's the whole point of this fight mechanic against Nerg, is just breaking his spikes so that he keeps falling down and then getting back up and then just to fall down again. So sometimes it may or may not happen. It depends on how high of the damage you're doing, or output damage for the spikes. Sometimes it may take that you have to break 2 different spike locations so that he falls over. So let's see how fast we did that one. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Not bad. Like I said, I'm actually going to leave in the description of this video and at the end of the video as well, so that you can just click on it. I'm actually going to leave the video for how to do the wall runs. Now I'm also gonna leave in the description of the video and at the end of the video my pretty much under 2 minute run against Nerg with bow. And if you guys found this useful or helpful, just leave a like, subscribe, check out the rest of the content I have on my YouTube channel. But if anything else, guys, peace out, and I will be catching you guys later.